He may not provide you with air cover to protect you from the machinations at the top of the company. He may just say yes to everything because he doesn't want to disappoint his boss. And you get left to deliver a work program that far exceeds the capability and capacity of your team. Welcome to Moments with Marty, your short, sharp shot of leadership insight to help you to stay on track between our weekly episodes of the No Bullshit Leadership podcast. Middle management jobs are often the toughest jobs in any organisation. You're effectively the meat in the sandwich. You get pressure from above and resistance from below. And sometimes it's hard to work out which side you want to be on. This creates incredible dissonance. It increases your stress levels. And at times, it makes your job downright miserable. Middle management in larger organisations is often known as the concrete layer because no value manages to get through it. The messages that the senior leadership is trying to communicate simply can't make their way down through the concrete layer. And the thoughts, concerns and ideas of the workforce can't seem to make their way up through the concrete layer either. In many cases, your boss isn't going to be that helpful in supporting you to break through the concrete layer. He may not provide you with air cover to protect you from the machinations at the top of the company. He may just say yes to everything because he doesn't want to disappoint his boss. And you get left to deliver a work program that far exceeds the capability and capacity of your team. Your boss may not back your decisions, instead allowing them to be overruled further up the line, even if that decision was well within your accountabilities. He may not support you to set a higher standard for behaviour. For example, your boss may intervene to prevent you from sacking a talented jerk or a long-standing employee who simply chooses to behave badly. Make no mistake, if you're doing the right thing as a middle manager, the senior leadership is going to have plenty of opportunity to show you whether or not they have a genuine appetite for performance improvement. Your boss may set unreasonable or irrational demands, like the under-resourcing for your team that I spoke about before. He may not provide clarity of objectives, and this is often experienced when he sets too many competing priorities, when he flip-flops, or when he doesn't give you adequate direction about what he wants from you. It's no wonder the concrete layer is such a common phenomenon. It'd be incredibly difficult for anyone to do the job of a middle manager under those circumstances. So, what's the best way for you to rise above the concrete layer? The biggest problems seem to come when you try to have a foot in both camps, when you try to be all things to all people, when you try to please your boss on one hand and at the same time to please the people who work for you. Here's the deal. You have to pick a side. And if you want to rise above the concrete layer, that side is with your boss. Now, don't get me wrong. You still have to fight tooth and nail to achieve the best outcomes for your people. You have to care deeply for every individual in your team. And you've got to push back on your boss when he asks you to do dumb shit. But you do need to clearly align yourself with the CEO and the executive team. A leader's job at any level is to execute on management intent, to implement the strategy and direction of the company to the best of their ability. It's your job to deliver the most value possible with the resources that you've been gifted by the business. That's how you rise above the concrete layer and remove the daily struggle of trying to decide which way to side on any issue. So, do your job. Be a leader and get the most you possibly can out of your people with strength and empathy. For more depth on this insight, have a listen to episode 74 of the No Bullshit Leadership podcast, The Curse of the Middle Manager. We'll leave a link in the show notes. I really hope you enjoyed this moment and that it gives you that extra little spark to be a no bullshit leader.